NaVi and MOUZ. We'll see if MOUZ can upset NaVi on day one here of the main event of Cologne. NaVi often can get slow starts in competitions, but this is a matchup they will certainly set their sights on picking up. Electronic crosses over top middle, spotting out one in the form of Frozen.
A little more utility still available for MOUZ. Smoke will be given over to Frozen instead. As MOUZ start to sneak up through the apartments, there's another flash available. That could blind Electronic here. He is blind, and as he drops down, Bymas isn't able to get him, but JDC delivers. SDY in from the pit, doing damage. A second shot lands, and that's the bomb.
Oh, taps from Simple, not clean. And we will go down to Frozen. SDY overrunning the pit. Frozen with another kill. And they are looking sharp now. MOUZ, they pulled this one back. And suddenly, maybe a chance to win the round. The bomb is inside of the pit. There's no commitment forward from Frozen to try and plant it. Frozen does have information from Dexter. There's a player long, but it doesn't matter because Dexter handles his business on his own. Perfecto's out of there. And Bit has to win this one in a 1 versus 2. Finally, a headshot will be collected from Bit in that awkward engagement, but it's down to the 1v1, and Bit will chase down Frozen, looking to try and get rid of him, but a couple of missed shots. The reload for Frozen committed to, and as soon as Bit sees that, he realizes he has a window where his opponent can't even fight back. He hunts down, he runs around the side of the default box, and eventually will claim the life of Frozen and the round for NaVi.
I mean, even there, this looks uncharacteristic from NaVi. You think SDY's done enough. 2 kills from Pit. They can't hunt him down. The bomb is dropped. And yet some missed shots bring the 2v4 back to a scary position. It allows MOUZ the bomb plant. Unfortunately for Frozen, no ammo at the end there, so Bit can run him down. And I thought we might see the full spy from MOUZ after the pistol came so close. You can actually see NaVi only have SMGs. So a full spy from MOUZ would have maybe been scary, but they don't decide to go for it. Frozen's got the Galil though.
Oh, Frozen with one. Electronic able to trade that out, no issue. But yeah, you don't want to lose too many players here, NaVi. I'm going to try and keep this one clean and build all the money up against the Glocks. Bit just down in bottom banana. It's been great seeing MOUZ have a bit of resurgence, but Bit is going to stop that in this round. 4 lovely kills. He's off to a 6-0 start. That's much better from Bit because he was actually around the 6 kill mark halfway through the game. So yeah, it's good to see him getting on the board very early. Obviously would like to see that coming into the gun rounds soon enough. A good amount of money being picked up here from Bit's MP9, and 2 rounds in a row for NaVi. Here comes the rifles from MOUZ.
Dexter stuck with a dig. Utility a little short on the MOUZ side. And Frozen is the point man on Banana in a lot of rounds for MOUZ. So we'll see if he can get anything done early in this one. Another incendiary lands deep. NaVi looking to contest for this control. Bit, the man furthest forwards. That nade onto Frozen. It's done a good deal of damage. Elsewhere, as you were pointing out in the pre-game, Electronic now playing on a long for NaVi. Player that previously was so proficient in the pit. NaVi, after so much early banana contest, they decided to rotate a player towards A briefly. Bit has no nades on banana right now though. So I think Perfecto has come back with a smoke in case they do need to stall this out. MOUZ themselves happy to take their time with the AKs peeking into top mid dry, figuring that NaVi's buy could be weak. They won't likely have to worry about an AWP. There is a flash towards B, but a good kill early from Bit. That smoke will go down. 38 seconds for MOUZ here. This could get dicey, even though they have a couple of smokes. Gonna need a clean sight take. The upside is Perfecto's in CT, so they probably can isolate Bit.
Well, we'll see if Bit can make sure he can get the most out of it. It is just a 1 single kill from the back of the site. Nice quick trade from Dexter. Perfecto is going to try and track that sound. It is an opportunity to try and deny the plant. He won't be able to deny the plant, but will certainly stop the planter from getting away. And a 2v2, weaker weapons here for NaVi for the retake. It is a little difficult to see how they pull this one off, but Simple's timing might just be everything. If he can get around the back of Bymas, who turns just in the nick of time to bring down Simple, but the MP9 of SDY gets one. Unable to get the second. Bymas will confirm the round for MOUZ. A 4K in the round as well from Bymas.
Again, it was a bonus round from NaVi, but they seem to be really good at bringing those close. The initial shot from Bit was solid. He was actually able to get 2 kills. And you thought that Perfecto might be the difference maker once he goes up over the top. If he was just half a second sooner, he almost certainly denies that bomb plant. Instead, it goes the other way. MOUZ on the board. Top banana smoke deployed by MOUZ, which is something they do fairly often also to try and get a banana control early. They are also going to be working towards the apartments too. Bymas will start to have a look. Simple was holding that angle. I think he might drop back from long now as that smoke doesn't have too much time left on it. MOUZ pretty happy to start these rounds slow, but it looks like they have started to make their moves towards A. Pieces of utility ready, Simple forced back. JDC's going in.
Now, well, Simple looks to hold it, but it's Electronic that has taken the first kill for the defense. JDC, the victim of the rifle of Electronic, who is looking for another one. He looks to strike twice. And he moves through. Dexter comes around the side of the moto smoke and brings down an Electronic. Simple, unable to get a kill. Inside of the site, it is MOUZ who are besting them in every single duel. And NaVi not anywhere near the A site with the 2 remaining players, so it is the save call already through. And this is looking good for MOUZ. I love that maneuver from Dexter to just go through the moto smoke. Realizes the information on Electronic is there. His teammates are struggling to get into the site. So if he comes around moto, if he can just get his teammates to wait and be slow, coming in from short, he can find the flank, he can get around the backside, and then from that point onwards, they converge on the bomb site and put too much pressure on Simple. He has to deal with them, fights them all over. Yet to get a kill here, Simple, at the beginning of Inferno. And that is MOUZ now tying things up 2-2. Wow.
Oh, bomb goes off.
Rip the chicken.
R.I.P. Yeah, I like the calls from MOUZ when they go for these set plays and they haven't really pressured both sides of the map early. It's got to be quick. It's got to be pacey towards the bomb site, and they realize that. Even with some early utility, you saw just how quick JDC was going up towards short. As you pointed out, it allows Dexter to also make a play on the round. Simple buying the scout in this one. It's only a $2,400 loss bonus right now for NaVi. So he is leaving himself very short on money. I thought he might just save some cash and get that AWP out, because he hasn't had the opportunity to get that sniper so far, but maybe the scout will suffice. This is the thing, if I'm NaVi and I'm seeing this playstyle from MOUZ early, you obviously don't have a great chance in this round, but I think in the next it might just be worth holding on to a good bit of that utility early, hoping that you can time that counter utility well, because MOUZ haven't been pressuring the map massively in these early rounds. That's a good timing on the peak from Bit. He will slink back.
Smoke goes out towards CT. Oh, Bit and Bymas just trading 1 for 1. Dexter down, Bymas continues and absolutely should be taking the kill on Electronic and will. Simple scout ineffective in getting a kill. 0-5 now for Simple. And Perfecto comes back to the arches. 35 seconds. MOUZ have got the bomb safely over towards the A site. Digits should be punched in shortly. Perfecto runs away. And the round will be a MOUZ. Looking good for the T side. Settling into this game very early on. It's not going to inspire you with a lot of confidence in NaVi this start.
And you've got to remember how important these opening games are at Cologne.
Especially in this group.
Yeah, if you go down to the lower bracket, there's only one more spot remaining. And there are going to be a lot of good teams that will be forced into that lower bracket. We've already seen that from some of the opening games today. So even though we've talked about NaVi potentially being slow starters, if that happens in this event, you put yourself in a very precarious position.
Yeah, okay, we'll look at it from the NaVi point of view, but look at it from the MOUZ point of view as well. You know, if you win this game, if you take down NaVi, that just increases your chances dramatically to make it through. That's crazy to think about.
Yeah, it definitely makes a big difference.
You're still going to run into a very difficult opponent. But if all the underdogs win, then the winners match has actually become quite weak and give all the underdog teams a real chance at going far.
So this was the confusing thing with the scout buy from Simple. He's left himself with an MP9 in this round. He didn't have enough money for the buy. Still hasn't had that AWP available to him. Fair few nades at spawn will be hoovered up by Perfecto. He will bring those back to B. MOUZ continuing to play this slow play style. I think NaVi is starting to catch on to it now. They have kept some nades in their hands here. Simple finally on the board.
There we go, first kill found. One in the name, one kill in the game. Bymas with a lovely shot, SDY out. So that's now traded it back into the 4v4 right away in this gun round. Frozen starting to edge closer and closer to the B site. The setup is passive. Perfecto holds utility, so once information is gathered, utility should be deployed. That's the smoke going out. Just to buy some extra time, roll this clock a little further. We're now at the 35-second mark. There's not a lot of time left here for MOUZ, and still utility available to NaVi. It's a commitment forward through the smoke. Frozen gets caught from Bit's boosted position, and he drops on down. Bit is so accurate, even though the rifle of the A1S no longer has the 25 bullets. His aim is so good, it doesn't even matter. 3 kills delivered from Bit, the headshots land, and that's the round done. MOUZ have to concede it. Bymas inside the middle, and he might go down here too. Simple backing off, upgrading into the AK. It's going to run away. Bymas at least given some mercy. Will be able to save his rifle. 9-2 start for him. But 3-3 is we're all tied up. It's a brilliant round from Bit.
Yeah, Bit has been so important for NaVi early in this one. And hopefully that can be the start of some more success on the NaVi side. Smoke for CT. Bit makes them pay. And now they have got that AWP available for Simple. They have got a proper buy with full nades, with AKs. If there were a time for NaVi to start showing us why they are such a strong team, it should be now. But look at the pace here in towards A.
Yeah, Frozen going very quick with the MAC-10. Trying to catch NaVi off guard, and it's going to be a commitment up through short. SDY dropping off of the balcony into the back of the pit, and that is going to set up a chance for Electronic. He'll get himself a double with the distracted players. SDY has gone down. And Electronic is going to send the smoke out and towards short, just trying to keep himself safe for the time being. That fire is spreading to him. 28 HP. He's going to peek on out. Toji caught. AK is good for another one here for Electronic. 3 in the round so far. Make it 4. Electronic so close to getting every single player. Perfecto will snatch the chance of the ace, but so much work done there from Electronic within the site.
I don't mind the call from MOUZ. I don't mind the pace change with how slow they have been going in a lot of these rounds. But Electronic just gets back into a very powerful position. They don't clear him initially, and they don't react quickly enough. Even though they were able to take out the pit player, Electronic played this beautifully from the bomb site, adapting to his new position well. And now that does mean that MOUZ have been broken. Deegs on a couple of players. Simple taking that aggressive fight. Another kill for Electronic. Continuing to do well. Ooh, SDY also getting into the mix. These pistols will be picked up. NaVi getting back on track.
Yeah, getting back on track, no problems for NaVi. 5 rounds picked up. It off Springboard's really off the back of that gun round where Bit gets a 3K off the boost, and now, well, MOUZ start to fuel the exact same way that NaVi have finally arrived here in Inferno. Let's take a timeout early before we let them get the rhythm going. Let's try and disrupt their song real quick. So consider the money that MOUZ have available. You can see why they want to call the timeout here, because if they lose this, the economy goes away. You won't get all the rifles, you won't get all the guns available. You'll be in a pretty tough spot, so just letting the coach Cyclone have a say ahead of this one. See if they can get back on track here on the T side, because it was looking very good at the beginning of this. In particular, performance for Bymas, point out again, 9-4. Not bad at all. Here they are. Timeout concluded. Starts around 9, will begin again. And the AWP for Simple. Yeah, to really find the most impact. We'll see if he can get on the board. Again, with another. He's going to be peeking down into mid. Let's get some of the molly on out. Push down with it. Going for the aggressive peek in a second middle. And effective for the kill. And realizes there is a timer on sticking around. You can't really stay committed to that. So he'll back away.
There's at least some nice early information. NaVi started out with 3B in this round. So spotting a player in second mid. Simple will likely call for reinforcements a little quicker. Electronic has rejoined and regrouped with his team towards A. And with a deep smoke down Banana, and with how well Bits has been playing, maybe it is a good call to leave him on B and 4-stack this A site.
STY up on the balcony. It's going to be Perfecto. Will likely be tested first here. The fact that the smoke has cancelled out Electronic, Perfecto decides to back away from the arch. They're going to try and push through this MOUZ now. They forced him away. Perfecto into CT. Electronic now having to look from library, but he will be caught by JDC. An efficient trade from Perfecto, though, stops any maneuver through CT being too effective here. So MOUZ are bringing the rest of the players back up through middle. They want to try and attack this A side. They want to try and wrap it. And there is a slight weakness here of 2 players, and Simple committed inside of the site with the AWP. There's nowhere to go. You are so committed to this.
SDY from Mini Pit has been spotted, but it's Simple with a quick flick up. Now he's in trouble, though. Frozen with some fantastic shots. 9 seconds left, but they're good to go. They're going to get the bomb down, and they're going to take the round.
Yeah, not bad at all there from MOUZ. A lovely reply out of the timeout. I like that they attempted a few different things in that round, right? They tried to get through the archway. They're able to get through and pressure Perfecto and take out Electronic. As soon as they take away the library player and they see that one is inside of CT, they have to realize this A site can't be too strong, right? You know, maximum 2 players still within this site right now. So they decide to wrap back into the A site. And once that pit player falls, Simple, there's nothing you can do with the AWP. Bit goes down as well, so nothing saved over for NaVi. It's not going to be an easy time of things at all here for the CT side. MOUZ are 4 already. Timeout taking here for NaVi this time.
Yeah, it is pretty tricky for Simple. In that sort of position, you either commit to the site or you try and play really passively towards long, and then you feel like you're just leaving your teammate in a position where you're asking way too much from him in towards Mini Pit. So he tries to play from the site. Once they close the distance, he is put into a tough position. Buy will still be there for NaVi, but it is looking like we might have a competitive map on our hands.
It definitely looks that way. For NaVi, that is very scary. I think you're pretty scared about the start here from Simple. You know, you've gone from having an incredible first half performance on Mirage to a quieter second half performance and a very slow start to Inferno. The reason you talk about him so much is because he does things other players can't. So you're going to see a step up from a couple of the other NaVi players, and that is going to be Bit 14-3 so far, Electronic 10-5. At least you're seeing some impact out of those, but for MOUZ, it's a team effort again. If they are going to beat NaVi today, it will have to be a team effort. Everybody needs to pull their weight, and some players will have to pull more than their weight. Simple brings the AWP on over. Scoped in from long to top mid. Doesn't feel good about re-peeking. Does have Electronic playing from the cubby, so we'll send the smoke out to buy some time. That'll slow MOUZ down for the time being. And Simple is actually going to trade position with Perfecto. So Simple will post that AWP up on B. Perfecto will come back to try and help out this A defense, but it is going to be A. MOUZ want to head to this A site.
Has been the A site that's worked for them in recent rounds. SDY this time playing up top. That is allowing JDC to start to sneak into position. The long smoke will go down. They'll try and explode.
There's a couple of kills coming through from Electronic and Perfecto. Torzy good for one in the AWP, but much more needed. And maybe that's the second step into this clutch. That now allows him to put the bomb down, and maybe he's on for this. Maybe he'll get a highlight to add to his reel. It's up against Simple and Bit, and Bit just faces the smoke. Torzy doesn't see him in time, and as soon as he does, it's too late. The bullet's already in his brain. A lovely round that NaVi recover it with Simple and Bit. The initial hold is good from Electronic again, finding impact, and Perfecto assisting him. That's a round for NaVi, 6 rounds. Torzy, a little bit of impact there towards the end, some flashy shots, but couldn't quite take it over the line.
Yeah, not relevant enough, sadly. Electronic was able to get back towards the site in time. Just having that crossfire ended up being enough on the hold, even though MOUZ kind of snuck into position decently well. MOUZ down to pistols. Not much utility either. Seems like it should be another opportunity for NaVi to keep building.
It's quick.
It's a good flash, though.
It's real quick from JDC. Plays the flash of Frozen, gets beyond the half wall and catches Bit. And Bymas just swings through Simple's crosshair. Simple lucky not to be overrun and overwhelmed there. And here come MOUZ running down the B side. Dexter in with 1 kill, but Electronic cleaning up. Looking good for a bit more too. A third deliver for Electronic. Eventually runs out of ammo. And that does allow JDC to eventually take him down. Upgrade into the AK. Put the bomb down. Is there a shot here to close it? JDC goes back out for the peek, and Simple will down 2. There's an opportunity there for MOUZ to steal that one away. Not bad from them nonetheless in terms of taking 3 kills and getting the bomb plant out of it. Simple with a double to close, and only some impact found for him here. 7 rounds now on the board for NaVi. The extra bomb plant though, that gives you so much extra cash out for MOUZ. So loss bonus, and also the fact that you just get the bomb plant, a couple of kills here, you're looking good now. Goodbye.
Real nice for NaVi to have Electronic starting to step up massively. And then Simple is also able to get a couple of kills on the board there. 3B early for NaVi. Apparently I can't count.
It's alright, Hawker. I can't spell, so together.
Wow,
We're
perfect combo. Amazing tag team.
You know, we make up for each other's weaknesses. Torzy spotting the gap on the smoke. No one seeing anything on the other side of this. Is about to be an old-fashioned stare down. Who's going to win it? Simple comes out on top. It's going to be NaVi having the advantage ahead of round 12. Theme throughout this game so far across the first 2 maps is MOUZ finding early success on the T side, being able to find the first kill of each round. NaVi getting the first this time around has often ended in their success. Perfecto, no. It's so awkward. Blinded, decided to start shooting to try and assist Simple, but JDC gets away with a double. He turns to the cubby, turns back to fight Simple, and now this could get out of hand. JDC with another one. SDY down. JDC doing so much work. Electronic is still within the battle. He needs to step up with a massive multi-kill, and he'll go ahead and get 2. Not only does he get a 2K, but he finds the bomb. And this will draw JDC into the crosshair of Electronic. And he is electrocuting all of them. Bymas left alone, finally downs Electronic, but Bit was alongside of him to make sure the in-game leader's work will result in an 8th round for NaVi. 18-8 right now on Electronic. This is the performance you love to see.
Just such a back and forth round. Simple starts it strong, then suddenly this one flash does everything.
It's so awkward.
Yeah, Perfecto felt like he just had to help his teammate because he was blind, because he heard the fight was happening. Ended up just giving away the position. It looked like JDC had done enough, and then Electronic out of nowhere comes in with a transfer. Bit finally able to help out. Another timeout taken by MOUZ. They're getting some competitive rounds, but it does feel like NaVi are starting to step up. And again, Electronic in the recent rounds has just been getting so many multi-kills. It's ridiculous.
I can't believe he saves that round. It's just wild that somehow he's able to turn that in NaVi's favor. And JDC is going to feel frustrated about it. How much more does he need? But MOUZ down to the pistols again. The 8K out for JDC after what he did in the last round. Can't blame them. He's got the same amount of residual cash left over as the rest of his team. In fact, more than some players. And now they're charging up through Banana. Bit is going to hold it off. He's having a fantastic time as well. Bit with a 4K. This Banana quick rush from MOUZ is stopped in its tracks. Bit with an opportunity to go ahead and get an ace. He's looking for his 21st kill. Dexter's down on 11 HP and Bit is so damn close to finding it. He'll slink his way through the smoke, tracking his next victim, but Dexter will stop the ace from coming through. Dexter jumps on up, goes for the jump into the peak. Does take Perfecto out. Finally, Electronic will put an end to him. Bit with a 4K, puts him up to 20 kills. I think the real competition in the last few rounds has been who is going to be ahead on the kill count. Electronic or Bit at the moment.
Yeah, it's such a weird scoreboard. Those two are just doing so much for NaVi right now. And this is the upside of this NaVi team. You only need a couple of players to hit their peak, and that alone can be enough to win you a lot of rounds.
You can have the best player in the world, have a bad game, and still do this. It's unreal. And for MOUZ, 4 rounds, started to look good early on. There was story building there potentially. But unless they pick it up in the last few here, this might just turn into an NaVi one-way. Throws it. He's taking himself the first kill. It's Bit down, so he's taking out the heaviest hit of that.
Again, Frozen, that point man on Banana. This time is effective. Perfecto has no nades remaining over on B. He is going to start calling for the rotate, but it might come too late here. The push is already coming in.
Oh, Simple gets there in time. Spots out the
smoke.
cross, finally. The CT smoke comes in. It's a bit too late there, though. Damage has already been done. And MOUZ not really having the best of times here. They've still got Simple, who goes ahead again and spots out Torsi. Now he's starting to have a bit of a round here himself. Perfecto will help out. Simple misses the shot onto Bymas, but it should be dead to rights upon the peak of Perfecto. 10 rounds now for NaVi. MOUZ unable to get forward towards the site. Now we look at the money because they don't get a bottom plant. They don't have that extra bit of cash on top. So yeah, they'll be able to get majority AKs out, but they will be lacking AKs on every player, and therefore will be lacking utility too. So this ain't gonna be the strongest buy for the last round for MOUZ. So it looks like NaVi want to push for 11 on the CT side of Inferno.
And I like these quick calls from MOUZ, but you have to coordinate things very effectively when you go for those quick calls. No CT smoke costs them, they lose a player, they get stalled out. That's what makes the difference and allows the rotate to assist Perfecto on that B site. Now look at all the Banana control. NaVi have it fully. Bit is so far up that they can 4-stack A, and MOUZ are about to run into it.
Electronic looking to hold as they come around the long smoke. He's got himself a perfect lineup. Perfecto helps it out, and Electronic will end the half and send it to 11. 11-4 for NaVi as they look to try and close this series with strength and style. Join us after the break to see if they can do it. It was a half that started competitive, with MOUZ looking like they were about to pose a threat. But Electronic and Bit showing up with big performances in that first half. Get 11 rounds for NaVi out of their CT side. Now they move to the attacking side of things here on the T side. 11-4. They can pick up a pistol. This will extend their lead and really leave MOUZ in the dust.
Dexter going for info down mid. He wants to spot if there is any pressure towards A. As it is a B stack right now on the MOUZ side. JDC, the player with the utility, ready to assist. On this B site, it will often be JDC setting up with the utility and trying to allow Frozen to play aggressively and be the star on that site. Dexter forced away. MOUZ are going to stick with this setup though, so they've still got the stack ready for this B play.
Utility's going in, but NaVi aren't going in. They're faking this one.
That could work really nicely. Perfecto's going to move in. Flash comes in from JDC. They'll peek behind it. They might see that it's a little too quiet, but this A site is already getting grabbed. Bit's already up long.
And Dexter is under a great amount of pressure within the back of the site. It is Torsi that's got one, but Dexter, look how many players are looking down his crosshair. He's never really going to get much out of that. SDY locks in the plant. Just one player has gone down so far, and it was Perfecto that had to try and sell out the fake on the B site. Everything is going to plan right now for NaVi, and they want to make sure they finish their plan strong. MOUZ attempt to come back through over the box. They will run right into Simple's crosshair. They'll get one on the P250. Bit will knock out the rest. SDY comes through in 12 rounds for NaVi. 4 rounds away from victory in the series and victory in their opener here in Cologne. And for MOUZ, they don't really have much going for them at the moment.
Yeah, brilliant maneuver from NaVi. Selling that fake towards B excellently, bringing it back to A. It's like they were asked to parallel park on their driving testing. They did it first time. Beautifully in position. I, of course, don't drive, so I don't know
that
how
is
to parallel
one of the
park,
more difficult maneuvers, Hawk.
I know, I figured. It's one of the only ones I know.
Simple. He's done well. Double kill for him. Holds off the offensive. Perfecto gets the knife. Oh, God. Okay. Recovers it. Could have gone down there, but a little slice and dice, and Dexter's out of there. One kill from Torsi. It's a 1v2. It's how we've seen a lot of damage here go against NaVi. And an AK now for Torsi. All right. Doesn't have a kit. Does not have utility. There is a smoke now available to him. He's held off behind a smoke, and I think with that realization, it's going to be the back off from Torsi and the save into the next with the AK-47.
Yeah, have to just give up at this point. So solid enough from NaVi, even if it did get a bit awkward with the aggression down mid and the fights that MOUZ were taking in Banana. But always nice to see a knife kill.
Yeah, good bit of money. Unexpected cash too, which is always the best. You know, when you find like a £5 note in your pocket of a jacket you haven't worn for a long time.
All right, big baller over there.
Yeah, £5.
£5.
Rolling in it.
Oh, stop bragging in front of the viewers.
Yeah.
Honestly.
I've just got money lying around, you know, in my pockets.
I forgot about this fiver I did.
There we go. Bought a coffee with that.
All right, Tulsi with the AK. A couple of smokes and flashes.
They wish they had a fiver. Maybe we'll put something on top of it. I don't know. Maybe they get nearly a flash, put a deposit down.
They just heard the AK on B, I believe. So into A we go. Into the wrath of some of the pistols. Only Bymas able to deliver though. NaVi finding the weaker side of the map to hit. Frozen got that smoke, I guess. But Torsi has already called to save. Really nice for NaVi here to get this sort of bounce back. And we were saying earlier, it doesn't massively matter if we don't get the prime performance out from NaVi. We just need to see them win the series, first and foremost. In these opening games, you can allow a couple of players to maybe have a slow start. You can allow a couple of mistakes. NaVi should be able to grow into the tournament. So yes, they lose their own map pick, but it's looking very good for them to take the series. Unfortunately for MOUZ, it's just not ever got going for them here on Inferno. That leaves them very limited with options on their CT side. They will finally have a buy. See what they decide to do with it. I was saying in the pregame, Dexter playing around the top mid smoke can be nice. They're actually just going to run boost Torzi straight away. He gets flashed off the angle. NaVi are going to go for the banana control instead.
Well,
okay.
Simple, commits forward and Frozen gets rid of him, but Frozen can't get out of dodge. He's still stuck in a very tough position. And no! He's done a 1G. He's out of there. Frozen's gone. Guess you can't, well, you know, fire does melt ice. I suppose it all adds up.
It makes sense.
Now it's just a little puddle on the floor.
Well, at least he got one kill before falling. NaVi's spacing was maybe a little off on their initial banana play. There is a flash in, and JDC this time will be the man in trouble. Still 2 CTs on B, and wow, what is this from Torzi? He's going in for the action. He hits the shot through the wall, so no kill. They might not expect Dexter. Oh, never mind. They've already traded him. Doesn't matter if they expected him or not. They're quick to react. And Bymas has just been watching the kill feed this round and realizing that this one is done. And I think the map might be too.
Yeah, it feels like the map in the series is pretty much gone at this point. But MOUZ, they give us a great fight throughout the, well, second map, obviously the first map for a portion of it. Really made this first series uncomfortable for NaVi, but it does feel like the favorites should be taking this one and closing it out real soon. It's been a masterclass performance from Electronic, and Bit, in particular, Electronic, who I think one of the main stories about Electronic coming out of Blast was like, okay, now he's the in-game leader. How is this going to affect his fragging? And he just continued to be a monster. And, well, this is a great performance, again, from Electronic. We're not going to do it to him. We're going to do it to him, of course you are. There we go. Nice one, Frozen. Unlucky. But yeah, it's great to see Electronic get this level. Obviously, you'd expect his in-game leadership ability to continue to progress the more and more NaVi get to play. So, solid stuff early on here. And look at it close out Inferno 16-4.
Maybe close it out quickly too. Perfecto's bought a Mac 10 instead of the AK for this one, so he's going quick with the discotheque. Oh, here's that play from Dexter trying to flash through. I said that was going to come through earlier, but it's actually Frozen who gets a double kill elsewhere. So that is going to stop the early B play, even though Dexter got denied. MOUZ do come away with the early kills.
Alright, MOUZ holding the advantage for the time being. NaVi going to leave B and go back up in towards middle. We'll approach the A site, and Frozen starts to rotate back. An extra player will be available to MOUZ upon this A defense. He's going to play from Arch. He'll spot them trying to cross. Electronic, oh, ineffective in taking Frozen down, so they'll smoke off the archway, and that brings NaVi down to 2 players, and they still have to deal with the player within the site. And Torch is going to handle SDY. It's just simple left. 1v4. Spots out the player in the site. It's going to be an easy fight for him. He has to fight Pit and site at the same time. He's just spread too thin. And around for MOUZ. They're not done yet. It won't be closed at this point for NaVi. MOUZ will survive yet another round. The purchase will come back through for NaVi. The cash is still solid over that in the T side department. Electronic on the opener. Dexter walks through, but Frozen making up for his mishap in the last round. Gets a double in Banana this time and gets back over to Arch to take out Electronic.
Some good success on the early fight. This time MOUZ going 3B. They do like to run 3B fairly often with the mollies into position, but Electronic is already up close. JDC not ready, and he's done for.
How is Electronic getting away with this again? JDC down, Perfecto following up for NaVi. A couple of kills to come back in here for MOUZ. And Dexter's looking to hold ground. Looking to maintain position. And he's done well. Bit is down as he tries to climb over the half wall. They will force Dexter into the open, and Simple goes for the jumping no-scope attempt over the half wall. He does get taken down, and Torzy will handle SDY too. 6 rounds for MOUZ. Not done yet for NaVi. They seem like they want to close it as quickly as possible with some of these quicker plays. It isn't going to be that easy for them. And now they're going to have to stomach a bit of a weaker bite. MOUZ starting to extend server time.
It was actually looking good initially for NaVi, but maybe not expecting there to be 3 towards B. Dexter was the important player in position. Bit has bought again. I guess we'll call it a hero AK. Maybe it was on purpose. Some teams will go for the soul rifle buy.
All right, Bit. Let's see.
This is not a good fight for the AK.
It's not really, is it?
He's tucked away from it. He's getting boosted into the apartments instead.
There is one player with an AK though. You know, Bit, definitely one of them. You would want to have in this position, and for good reason. Bymas will go down. He stays committed though and goes into the AWP and goes down. So the AK no longer available here.
Rotate away from B. Not much utility for MOUZ either, so if they were to lose that site, it could be concerning. There is still one smoke for Simple too, so at least they have that ability to cut off CT, which is currently where Frozen is playing from. Still not the best weapons right now for NaVi, but if you smoke CT, you get onto the site quickly, you might not need the best weapons for the post-plant.
Well, Frozen goes on the peak on the other side.
It's another gun for you.
It is. NaVi now into the site.
Risk getting it, that is.
Here we are. There's a bit of risk employed.
Oh, it's Simple who's closest, who already has the AK. But it is Simple with an AK in a 3v3 post-plant.
And Electronic now has the Deagle. SCY is on the Glock, so the weakest player is just going to be cannon fodder, really. Electronic's D peeks on out. AK drawn Simple with the double. JDC and Dexter down. It is now just Torzy left alone, trying to keep MOUZ within this one, but NaVi, they look to close it. Simple and Electronic. Is there another duo you would want in this position? The time is ticking. Simple will close to the AK, and they will take their opening matchup here in Cologne. NaVi take down MOUZ 2-1.